Hey everybody, it's Nikki with Delicate Tension Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of heavy placements or impactful placements of Virgo in your chart. This will be for the energy surrounding April 1st through the 15th. I know that I'm a little late because it's already the 8th, but I will be starting today on the whole next series of April 15th through the 30th or 31st. I can't remember how many days are in April. I'll check the calendar after this. Just to kind of go ahead and get caught up. Obviously, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I didn't finish the videos for March because everything started happening and I had to figure some stuff out. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's staying inside and just taking care of yourself or taking care of the people in your environment as well. Not going stir crazy. And if you are going stir crazy, then being able to do something about it and kind of get it out of your system. We did just have the full moon in Libra last night, so the energy will still be impacting for at least the next week. That is a full moon that surrounds partnerships of all kinds, so whether it's family, friends, interpersonal, it definitely is a 7th house type of thing. So just be mindful of that. We also had a Mars and Uranus were squared as well, so that was very intense energy. It's very rebellious energy. So if you did have feelings or still having feelings of, you know, like you're a volcano about to explode, try to find a way to ground that energy out so that you can understand why you're feeling the way that you're feeling, so that when it comes down to articulating it, it's not this huge like knockout that just comes out of nowhere. So yeah, take your time and kind of figure out what it is that you want to say, how you want to say it, why you want to say it, and whether or not it's really going to benefit anything in the moment. So we're going to be seeing a lot of changes around this full moon. I have been saying that I feel like it's impacted. I feel like it's connected to the moon in Libra that we had in September. So whatever happened around that time, there will either be a revisitation of that, or maybe even karmically. So if somebody made a wrong choice around that time, they could be experiencing the impact of their choices now. So either way, karma is going to kind of be cleared as well at this time. And with that being said, let's get started on your reading. Show me what's happening for Virgo for the first 2 weeks of April, please. Show me what's happening for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the King of Pentacles, so this could be you or somebody in your environment who is the business person, financial earner. It's definitely somebody who, there's a lot of, we'll just say there's a lot of stability and there's a lot of financial help at this time for you. 9 of Pentacles in reverse, you may not be feeling that financially stable though, or this could be another person in your environment, and Death. You might be changing and transforming around the concepts of what self-worth is to you as well. I mean, like, I do kind of feel like you're not as comfortable in your skin as you once were. Like, I feel like there are moments where you are, but there's also moments where, give me 1 second. I don't know, it's really hard to articulate. It's almost like, because with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, that's usually a woman who, I hate using the term because it just sounds so fucked up. The 9 of Pentacles in reverse, though, to me is a kept woman. It is a woman who is provided for and taken care of. It's not a woman who provides for herself. So, you know, there is that energy, but it also could even be if that doesn't apply to you and if you don't feel like that applies to your situation, then it's all about you stepping out of this energy of being comfortable to being really successful. or feeling as if financially you made some proper investments or choices that are now paying off at this time. So let's see what your block is. I do think there's something changing around that though. So your block is the Two of Cups. That could be a very impactful relationship or connection that you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love relationship. It can be platonic, it can be a friendship, it can be a business partnership, it could be a child. It could literally be anything that your heart literally feels tied to in a way where that connection has created some form of healing for you. But it's almost like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's about to be some big changes. Yeah. There's about to be some big changes here. Either within the home, within your finances, there's something happening here where I feel like, you know, it's almost like you're having to shift what your focus is. And I feel like somehow with what's about to happen, your focus is actually going to shift back onto yourself and outside of whatever this connection is, because we have the Empress here. So it's like the energy totally shifts where I feel like all of a sudden you have to figure out either what it is that's going to be done, you know, how can we prioritize what we're doing with our finances, what can we do better to find ourselves in a place of growth. Let's see what's happening in the subconscious here. This is a really interesting read. So within the subconscious, we have the Hierophant. There is commitments, maybe even a little bit of spirituality. This feels more like a relationship though, or a marriage, or a really strong contract. Let's see what happened in the recent past. That's a lot of cards. So we have the Six of Swords, Six of Cups in reverse, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I feel like I think there were plans either to, I mean, there was movement either way, but I feel like what was meant to be a physical movement, because we do have physical and emotional and very action oriented. Where we have the Six of Cups reverse, Ten of Pentacles reverse, and Eight of Wands reverse, to me that would indicate movement within the realms of either business, home, or family. And I feel like there was supposed to be a move in those areas, but with only the Six of Swords in the upright, I feel like it's almost like in order to get yourself mentally under control, because I feel like things were really overwhelming for a minute. Usually when you're moving out of Five of Swords energy, it's just not, you know, being in conflict with others, or being in conflict with yourself in terms of your mental state and the way that you communicate. I feel like you chose to move to calmer waters instead of having to physically do things. So it's like mentally you did something to help yourself. Let's see what's happening in your higher sector here. Two of Swords, I feel like there's a decision coming up. Seven of Cups, what to do, what to do. What is the best option here? Who else had this reading? I feel like somebody literally had two similar placements. Or like these cards in the exact same placement. I just can't remember who it is. I can't remember if it's Pisces or if it's Taurus or if it's Leo. But I swear to God somebody else had this placement here. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty. It's like you feel like you can't make a choice until the options become more clear. Because Seven of Cups that's a lot of illusion, that's a lot of uncertainty, that's many different paths that can be taken. And I do feel like there's a part of you that's attempting to stay the course internally, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Let's see what's happening in the near future here. What's happening in the near future for Virgo? Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords and the Tower. I do feel like stress levels are going to be changing here. I mean, we're going to clarify these, but for what I see so far, it's almost like things are going to become a little complicated in the coming weeks. Like, I feel like there's going to be a lot to figure out. What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? What does this mean? And am I the one that's going to have to make the decision? Because with you having the King of Pentacles and then you showing up as the Empress, it's almost like you're the one that makes the decisions in your environment. Because the Empress, King of Pentacles isn't an emperor. He's just a king. If there was the Emperor there, I could see a joint decision being made, but I feel like it's you who's having to make some decisions here. So let's see what's happening in your emotional sector. We have Strength in reverse. You may have been, and the Queen of Swords, you may have been mentally dealing with issues of anxiety, fear, or overwhelm. But with the Sun there, I do feel like there is a sense of learning how to free yourself from those restrictive mental tendencies. And I do feel like you're getting a little more clarity on what you want next. I also feel like there could just, you know, in reality, there could also be some moments that you're having in your current environment that actually feel quite nice. I mean, the Sun in your emotional sector is really beautiful. It's overall feeling at peace with current circumstances, even though I do think that you are struggling a little bit with having full control over the beast internally. Like, I feel like there's this thing that continues to come up, and you do have a way in which you can like nip it in the bud, but it's still an issue. Like, it's still something that just periodically happens. Let's see what's happening in your environment. Something external to you. Ten of Cups. It's really beautiful. There's really lovely feelings happening around you. Five of Wands in reverse. I mean, there's a lack of conflict in your environment. And we have the Knight of Cups. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of sharing. There's a lot of, to be perfectly honest, like a family unit here that's based on the emotions that we can all share with one another. It's not something that feels restrictive in your environment. It's something that's very open. But I do feel like I'm wondering if what's coming up is it's like, what's next? So let's see what's in your hopes and fears. We have the Knight of Pentacles. I think that there's like... Knight of Pentacles to me is a hope and a fear all at the same time, because it's hopeful to be able to take a pause, but it's also fearful to pause for too long. Like, it really is about leaping on something or striking while the iron is hot. So let's see what the outcome and advice is here. Far-reaching outcome and advice for Virgo. The Magician, that's some manifestation here. What you think and what you do, you create. We have the Ten of Swords. There's going to be an ending somewhere in your life. I think it's around this Nine of Swords energy, though. Like, I feel like change comes in and it actually helps end whatever anxiety you were having about something, and it paves the way for the next direction. I think it's attached to that Seven of Cups energy too. Like, whatever the uncertainty and overwhelm and like, oh my God, what's happening? I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how long I should wait. I don't know if I should do this now. It's like whatever comes in, I think it's going to pave the way for that to end. Like, whatever the anxiety is, it's going to end. Knight of Wands here, that's fast movement. That could be going from a period of stagnancy into a period of movement. That's also a messenger. And then we have Page of Pentacles. So there's an offer of an opportunity there, something that's new. I mean, that could also be a little bit of some extra finances coming in. We'll see if we have the Ace of Pentacles come up anywhere in the outcome, but there's something here where I feel like there's going to be some sort of like additional income, and it's kind of going to be looking at it and going, okay, well, what do I do with this? So let's clarify the King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles reversed, and Death. Ten of Wands. So there could be... There's a little bit of burnout energy here. If it's not you, it's somebody connected to you. I feel like it's like something being taxing. Yeah, Ten of Swords, something being taxing. Oh yeah, Knight of Pentacles, and then the Magician in reverse. So I feel like it's like, this is an opportunity to look at maybe the issue of roles in a situation. Because I feel like work smarter, not harder. Point blank. Work smarter, not harder. Because there's something here where it's like, just an energy of it's burnout energy. It really is. And but I feel like there's some opportunities here to change the way that things were. Yeah, there's that King of Pentacles that just flipped over. You know, and I think it's okay, like, I feel like there's like got to be some communication here too. Because with death coming up, I feel like it's, you know, maybe there's these feelings with you being in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost like not feeling confident enough to, which is, I'm sorry, this is about to be so weird and contradictory for a moment. And maybe there's just a split story here, but it's almost like with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you make a lot of, and the fact that you had the Empress already come up, you have a lot of control and a lot of say-so over what goes on. However, I think there are times where your confidence gets affected by the fact that you are not in a position that you once were. Like maybe it used to be, like I said, the roles have been reversed here. Maybe you used to be the one who, you know, worked a lot and generated a bit of an income and, you know, found ways to create your own stability in your environment. But now that the roles have reversed, it's interesting because it's like with the Empress here, or with the Empress being exalted above the King, it's like, it's almost like you can take what he has and do stuff with it in a way that generates more prosperity or more abundance in the collective of wherever you are. But at the same time, I feel like there's this thing of like, I don't know, this is, I apologize, I'm in a really interesting space with what I'm trying to get here. I feel like you have unexpected finances or income coming in, right? I'm going to have to hurry through this because I'm like down to 11 minutes left and there's so much I want to clarify, but I feel like I'm going to just have to go with what I feel in terms of what needs to be clarified here right now. I feel like there's going to be some unexpected opportunities or money or finances coming in that, you know, it's going to be extra for what you're used to generating or what you're used to getting in. So now the real question is what are we going to do with this extra income? Because I feel like there's an old chapter, there's a chapter in your life that's coming to a close, whether it's a location, whether it's a business, whatever the case may be. There's something here where there's a chapter that's coming to a close, but it's good. It's good that it's coming to a close because it's time for something new. It's time for something fresh. It's time to like move or shift energy out of where you've been and really focus on new energy of where you're going. But there's this like pause, right? Like there's a pause on it. But I think that in the pause, there's going to be those questions of, is it time to invest? It's going to be a question of, you know, striking while the iron is hot. And when is the iron hot? When is it at the perfect temperature? Like, I feel like that's what's going on here. I know it sounds like, I'm sure it sounds jumbled and like, I don't know. It probably sounds fucked up, whatever way I'm saying it, but I'm trying to convey it the best that I can in the situation, because I just see a lot of shifts and a lot of moves and a lot of changes, but also these periods of stagnation where, you know, not much can be done. But there can still be stuff that is done. It's just a question of how are you going to do it. Let's clarify the Nine of Swords and the Tower here. I'm really curious what's coming up with that. So we have the Four of Cups. That could be feeling like you missed an opportunity. Someone missed an opportunity here. Maybe that's circling back around to striking while the iron is hot, right? But you didn't miss an opportunity. Because we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse here again. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. So you have the 10 of Pentacles in the past in the reverse, and you have the 10 of Pentacles in the future in the upright. So that's unexpected income. That's unexpected something coming in that actually puts you in a better position than you once were. So I think that's why you're going to be shifting out of, that's what's going to take away the anxiety. That's it. That's what's going to take away the anxiety. That could be somebody getting a major promotion. It could be unexpected money coming in. It could be some form of financial security that just like literally comes out of nowhere, and it's gonna melt the stress away. And I think it's gonna provide you with more of a sense of comfort in taking your time with where you're going in the future. So let's clarify the Magician and the far-reaching outcome. Yeah, the Hermit. There's that waiting period. It's like gestating. It's gestating. It's a manifestation that's gestating. It needs time, it needs energy, and it needs other things around it to change and to click into place before it can really come into movement. Let's clarify the 10 of Swords here. Whoa. Oh, this is awesome. You have the 8 of Cups in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the 6 of Pentacles, and then you have the 3 of Cups. That's really beautiful for the 10 of Swords because I think it's an ending to feeling emotionally stuck and stagnant. It's an ending to being trapped inside of yourself. It's an ending to feeling as if you can't go anywhere, or even if there were fears around lack mentality or being somehow homeless. I don't know. It's an end to that because you're going to be getting something. Something is coming to you that's going to be a cause to celebration. I think this is going to be an unexpected celebration here. There's a lot of comfort there. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, we have the Sun, Hanged Man in reverse. That's a lot of cards. The Devil, and then the 7 of Swords. Oh. I'm like, the only warning I have. The only warning I have. Is be very clear where you're going. Make sure that if there's any unaddressed issues that they get addressed. Because I feel like there's some things that still need to be talked about with what is happening in the future. Make sure that you are in control and that nothing is in control of you. Clarify the Page of Pentacles here. Clarify the Page of Pentacles here. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. What did I tell you? I knew it was going to come out. There's that unexpected opportunity, that unexpected little extra something that comes in. And it's like, what are we going to do with this? Let's see what you're going to do with it. Judgment, you're going to make some pretty big choices, pretty big decisions. One more clarifier for Judgment, please. Yeah, really big decision. 2 of Swords. Yeah, it takes some time because I feel like it's a question of, am I going to be happy and am I going to be most successful where I'm at? Do I still need more time? Because these are big sweeping changes for sure. Very positive ones though. Very positive. So let me go ahead and do final clarification cards. We have Balance in reverse, so like I was saying, I do feel like there might be some struggles within power plays here, or within just roles. Change, there's that change that's coming. And then discovery in reverse. So I think there's still going to be some time. There's time to allow something to gestate. Like I was saying, there's that gestation of a manifestation that has to happen. 3 more clarifiers, please. Well, it's 10 clarifiers, so 3 more clarifiers, please. Enjoy the silence, so enjoy this time to pause and reflect and not really do much of anything. We have spill the tea in reverse, so definitely keep your plans to yourself. Or, you know, only discuss them with people in your immediate environment. And then we have patch it all up and then the fray. I think there's going to be time for some course correction in the situation. I think you're going to have exactly what you need at exactly the right time. Everything's going to click into place. I just do think it's going to be a test of making sure what position that you're in and then maintaining that control to a certain degree. Also letting go, but like I just feel like it really is about a balance of power. Final 3 clarifiers here for Virgo, please. So we have Band-Aid. There's that time to pause, reflect, heal, mend. Vomit, I do still feel like there's some stuff, like I was saying, there's some energy that needs to be shifted and changed and purged. Airplane, and then I do think there's going to be a higher perspective that you're going to gain. I really think you're moving through some really interesting new perspectives. Normally I see airplane as travel, but obviously that's not happening right now. So for me, this is about as you move through your healing and as you shift your energy, there's this higher level of perspective, or maybe it's even traveling through really distant emotions or memories, or I don't know, it's really interesting. I also think that it's quite possible that maybe whatever this is that's coming to you is it's been coming for a long time. Whatever this financial abundance or prosperity is, it's been coming for a long time. Or it's been a long time coming. Yeah. So yeah, I apologize. I know that I was getting a lot through this reading. It's not that that rarely happens, but I mean, like sometimes I'm just kind of like trying really hard to interpret the story and what I'm getting at the same time. So it's like 2 different conversations going on. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed this, Virgo. If you liked this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below if this does resonate with you. I also have new stuff in my description box. I finally launched my website, so it's going to be much easier to book readings through there. There's 3 different options you can do. And right now, with the state of a lot of people's finances, I am more than happy to work with you. My focus definitely right now is obviously answering whatever questions people have. But my focus as well is to help people through this whole situation of uncertainty, maintaining mental health, maintaining some form of, you know, wellness, and if there is difficult emotions that are coming up for you, I want to help you with that as well. Obviously from a perspective of more of like a spiritual aspect, I am not a mental health professional. So if you have serious mental health issues, obviously please contact your healthcare provider. Because that's not just something that I specialize in. But I do like to work with helping people through any issues of talking through what it is that they're experiencing. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.